Hello and welcome back to my channel, Loving Your Life with Mama D. And I'm Glenda Davis, aka Mama D. And this is my lovely granddaughter, Serenity, and she's going to be assisting me with a vegan chocolate cake today. She's had this cake many times, and she can tell you, she is a witness that this cake is absolutely delicious. It's so simple, you will not need a mixer. You can make it all by hand. However, I do want to give the credit, and I will post it at the bottom of my post, that this is by It Doesn't Taste Like Chicken. You can go to her website. She has many wonderful recipes. I discovered it about a year ago, and I have made this cake over and over and over, and it has become my family favorite. So come on, let's get to it. You can do it. Okay, so here's our ingredients. We have 2½ cups of all-purpose flour, 2½ cups of white sugar, or I use a pure cane sugar, 1 cup of cocoa powder, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, and 1 teaspoon of salt. That's your dry. Now for our wet ingredients. We have 2 2/3 cups of non-dairy milk. We also use 2/3 cups of oil, canola oil or vegetable oil, 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, and then we're going to use 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract. And that's all the ingredients that you'll need for the cake. And when we get ready for the frosting, we'll come back and let you know what's going into the frosting. Okay, I would like to show you the pans. Just use regular 2 round cake pans, okay? And then you want to use oil spray and also a parchment paper. That's very important for this recipe so it won't stick to the pan. It's a non-fail if you use that parchment paper, okay? So the first thing we're going to do is sift our dry. Okay, now we're getting our flour sifted. And we're going to put that cocoa right in. Okay. We're going to also throw in the salt, the soda, and the baking powder. It all goes right in together. And while she's sifting that, I'll go ahead and get rid of those bowls. And I'm going to give her a little assistance here. Try to get that through a little faster. Okay, let's let it sit down. Let's let it sit. And then take the spatula and just kind of work it through. Okay? Here, take the spatula. And then I'm also going to add in that sugar. Keep it going. And remember, you want your dry ingredients to go into the larger mixing bowl. Let me kind of get this going because that is quite a bit in there.
It's super duper thick.
It is. It's heavy because, especially when you add the sugar. Okay. I want to get all the lumps out, the sugar, the cocoa, and that's why we sift it. Okay.
Okay.
It's coming through. It's looking pretty good. I want to kind of get it stirred. I'm going to get it down for you, then I'll let you finish it up.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, your turn.
Okay. Like this.
Okay, so we're just about down to the very bottom. And as soon as she's done with that, we're going to start adding our wet ingredients. We're almost done.
It's almost there.
Okay, now let's show them why we sifted. That's why we sift, because of what is left in there. So what I do is usually just kind of smash it, and what doesn't come through, and it's usually going to be some real large particles of sugar because I use a pure cane sugar. If you're using white sugar, you probably won't have that problem. But it's just maybe a tablespoon of sugar, and it really doesn't affect the recipe because I'm going to go ahead and pitch this down. Okay, so now we're going to set aside the dry ingredients, and now we're going to mix the wet ingredients. So let's go ahead and get our milk poured in. Okay. You need that oil poured in and your apple cider vinegar and the vanilla. And then you're going to whisk it. So let me get the whisk. Because, you know, milk in this oil doesn't like to mix very well, but there you go. Now take this whisk and just keep it going. So now she's going to pour the wet ingredients into the dry ingredients. And you're going to need a heavier spoon. You really can't stir that very well with a spatula. You need a heavier spoon, such as this. And she's going to go ahead and gently just begin to fold that together. Be careful not to splash it out.
That's me.
Let's get a nice little fold going. Good job. Get it all mixed in really good. Hey, she's doing a really good job here. Let me get some of these things out of the way. And we'll be ready to prepare our pans. The oven is already preheated at 350 degrees. And we're just about ready. So now we're going to set the this good honey. If I wish y'all could, can y'all smell that? Ooh. We can't tell you how good that smells even before it hits the oven. But now we're going to get our pans ready. Okay? Now, if you all watched my vegan carrot cake that I posted with me and my other two granddaughters, you will see how I usually prepare my pans. So I'm going to show you just a very simple way. It's the parchment paper. You can get this from the Dollar Tree for $1, and it goes such a long way. But you need 2 pieces about this size. Okay? And then what you're going to do, so we're going to let's fold it in half like this. Fold it in half. Okay?
Okay.
Crease it. All right. And then you're going to fold it over now in fourths. You got a half. Now we got fourths. This is just be a math player. Halves to fourths. Very good. Let's keep it up in your hand. There you go.
Thanks, Grandma.
Now, the part that's where your fold is, you don't want that loose end. You want to take this part right here and then make a triangle. Okay, just like that. Okay?
Okay.
And then a point that you have, you want to turn your cake pan over. Adjust this camera for you guys. Okay? And you want to put that right there in the middle, your point. Your fold point, right? See the middle, the pan right there? Put that right there. And then just kind of crease around. And then you're going to grab your scissors. And then we're going to just cut right along where that crease is. Just a little curve. You see that? I think you're not quite in the middle. Let's bring it up a little bit. Watch your fingers. Okay. All right, now. Open it up.
Okay.
Turn your pan over. And that should fit perfectly down in your pan. Perfectly. Yours is a little bit big, but that's okay. Now get the spray. And you want to get a nice coating on the sides and the bottom. See how our paper fit in there? Keep it, hold it back some. Here, shake it up. Always shake it. And a nice spray. Oh wait, you're gonna have clouds of smoke. Now this is this one's butter. That's why you smell. It smells like popcorn almost because this is a butter flavor. So I like to get the size and everything, and then I'll come back with a little dusting of flour, and the pans will be ready. Got just a little powder in there, and then we're just gonna shake it around as such. Okay. There you go. You can touch the paper.
Okay.
Just make sure you dust it all the way around. Get it down on this side. There you go. Okay, now we're ready to put our chocolate batter in them. Because it's a little heavy, I'm going to go ahead and do this for her.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, that looks so wonderful. Okay, we want to like do equal parts. You don't want to over mix this, but you want to make sure that you have most of the lumps out. It's going to have a few lumps sometimes, but don't try to get every little lump. Just try to get it as neat as possible, and then put about equal parts in each pan. Let's get it all over here. Honey, this smells absolutely wonderful. It is my family's favorite. And like I said, everybody ain't vegan. You don't have to be vegan to enjoy this chocolate cake, honey.
Nope.
I'm here to tell you. Everybody loves it. And if I didn't tell you it was vegan, you wouldn't know. Okay. So, the pan is, let's get a paper towel.
Wipe around it.
The pan is, or the oven is preheated at 350.
Okay, Grandma.
Let's see it. Okay, so the oven is preheated to 350. We're going to bake these cakes for about 1 hour, and then we'll be back to show you the icing because the frosting is just as good as the cake, but I will use my mixer to make the icing. So in about an hour, we'll be right back. For the frosting, she's using a ½ cup of vegan butter, 1/2 cup of vegetable shortening, 1 1/4 cup of powdered sugar, 1/4 cup of cocoa powder, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, and 1 to 2 teaspoons of non-dairy milk. In this recipe, we did have to add another 1.5 cups of powdered sugar. Okay, I have to add some more sugar, powdered sugar, because my butter was so soft and it was just too wet. So I need to get it, I had to get it a little thicker, so we added about another 1.5 cups of confectioner sugar. And you have to go with what you feel is best and get it thick enough for what you want to do. Okay, but I think this is looking pretty good. Okay, so our cake is ready. We're really pleased. We had to make some adjustments with the icing, but we're going to go ahead and cut into it and get a piece of this because it smells wonderful. And and her dad is actually here to pick her up, so we got to get her outside to the car. Look at that.
It looks so good.
Oh yeah, baby. Let's get this side. Let's get this one. And I guess we better get something so we can let you guys take a piece home, because he would have a fit if we didn't send some out. So there you have it. I mean, it is so lusciously delicious, and this is a lot of cake, honey. So listen, we're just gonna go ahead and end it like this. Thanks for joining us. If you haven't already, we need you to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you'll get all of our upcoming videos. And thanks so much for joining us. It's nothing better than with grandma and her granddaughter. What a blessing. I hope you enjoyed this. All right, have a great day, and don't forget, love your life. Love it. It's your life. Love it. And make the best of it. Okay? Bye. So good. Okay.
Bye.
See you next time.